So the application process when it comes to bridging finance is relatively simple in that once you've been presented with a set of terms that you are happy with, you've gone through the fees, you've gone through the interest, you're happy with your day one loan, you've negotiated the absolute life out of the set of terms, you then go into application. So what you'll be presented with normally as a rule of thumb from the lender is maybe a 5-6 page application document, things like going through your personal details, the details of the deal, maybe a bit more of a breakdown of the bill costs, the GDV, etc., a bit around your assets and liabilities, and just some general information about yourself and the deal. Once you've done that, you may have to then also present a breakdown of maybe if you're doing a refurb, some of your breakdown of your refurb costs, a bit of an action plan for how you're going to take the project from start to finish, and those will be presented alongside the application. But once you've submitted all of that, what then takes place is essentially a soft credit search, if you like. So they'll have a quick look at you, the company, make sure that there's no CCJs, bankruptcies in the background, make sure that they're happy with you as a borrower. And once those checks have taken place, if anything untoward does come up, that doesn't necessarily mean that the deal is going to fall apart there. It just means that they may make a change to the interest rate. They may take a sort of view on the loan to value, etc. But what will happen is at that point, if there is anything, they'll then start to look through and basically come up with there's a CCJ here. We need to add maybe 0.1% a month onto the interest rate, for example, just to manage that risk. But once they're happy with all of that, once they've gone through the application, once they've gone through the credit checks, once they're happy with the project, etc., at that point, it will then go into valuation. So the application process as a whole actually is relatively simple. And once you've done the valuation, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail in another video, and once you've done the legals, again, which we'll talk about in a bit more detail on another video, once they're done, pretty much you're at drawdown. So the application is much less invasive and much less intense than you would normally get with a buy-to-let or a residential mortgage, for example. So all in all, that's the application process for a bridge.